Hey guys, welcome to the 130th, that's right, 130th edition of the Animated Girls Profile Confidential. And I think the name here will surprise you. Yes, we are talking about Nami, or Namai. That's N-A-M-I, Namai or Nami, depending on how you pronounce it. And I don't think I have to say much about Namai or Nami any more than I think anybody else has talked about her doing profile videos and podcasts on her character. But there's no doubt that she's a very popular female anime character, or female character in anime and manga. Now, what I did find out about her is a little bit of a background who she is, or how she came to be, and all that. According to Wikipedia, Namai, or Nami, is based on two Ichiro Oda's earlier characters named Silk and Anne from his one-shot manga Romance Dawn. In those stories, Silk and Anne were parentless and had tragic pasts. Odai designed Namai, or Nami, as a human girl. At first, Odai wanted Namai, or Nami, to use a large axe, but he replaced it with a pole-based weapon. In an early concept of the Straw Hats, Namai was the only woman on the crew, but that, of course, changed with Nico Robin showing up later on, and I think a few others. Now, again, she is basically a very beloved female anime character. There is no getting around that. I mean, if you were to do a top 10 list of anime, top 10 list, or maybe even a tier list, if you will, of the top 10, most popular, beautiful, toughest, badass anime, manga females in history, Nami would be at the top of the list. I mean, from what I have seen, and I've seen a little bit of One Piece. In fact, I have the One Piece Gold film, one of them at least, on Blu-ray. But from what I've seen, she does not take crap from anybody. She does not take crap, BS, if you will, from anybody. Not even Luffy, or Luffy, however you pronounce it. She doesn't take crap from him. But what's strange is she does believe in him. And she believes that he will be king of the pirates someday. Now that brings up an interesting question too, which is, I'm sure, been debated among fans, throughout the years and the decades and all that. And that is basically, is Nami in love, have romantic feelings for Luffy or Luffy? Does she have feelings for him? Because we know that some of the crew, have feelings for her, or at least attractive, like, ooh, I would like to, get it on with her kind of deal. Forgetting through previous experiences that she can kick their ass, which she has proven. But, again, getting back to what I was saying, that is a question that has been debated for years and years among fans. And whether or not we get a solid answer down the line, it's, up to the creators of the manga and the anime. Now, I know they say Luffy is with somebody else, is married to somebody else, and, that's fine. But, again, we're talking about a situation that's not unfamiliar to fans like me or any fans of any different fan bases. And that is the fact that when you see, the connection, if you will, the respect, I guess you could say somewhat attractiveness between the two, you want to see those two, get together. You want to see those two become a couple. But again, you also realize that can only happen through your own hands, through your own hands, whether you're typing up the story yourself or you're drawing it. as a webcomic to make it a reality. But officially, it's up to those that work on the manga and the anime. So whether or not they do go through with it in the future officially, that's up to them. But besides that, Nami, has been known to have abilities as well. She has, one of her main abilities is like telekinesis, but it's electrokinesis, if you will. It's electrokinesis. She also, I guess, according to several websites, she could tell climate changes and draw sea charts. She is also a pickpocket. According to certain sites, it says during earlier parts of the series, Nami possesses a 3-sectioned bow staff, and Usopp creates a variation of her staff known as the climb tack. It is renamed for climate baton in Viz Media's manga translation, and Weather Forcer in 4Kids anime dub, which can control the weather at real. It goes on to say that later Usopp upgrades her weapon to the Perfect Climb Tack, renamed Perfect Climate Baton in the Viz Media, and Complete Climb Tack in Funimation's anime dubs, using dials to increase her attacks. It does go on to say that eventually she does add Sorcery Climb Tack, Sorcery Climate Baton in Viz Manga and Funimation subs, with Weathery's technology, which not only has improved abilities, but can also be used for other uses, such as producing milky clouds for riding across. These sources go on to say that, as with her original staff, these 3 weapons are also trisectional. It says later on, she is given by the same person, Usopp, an improved Sorcery Climb Tack model she wanted him to make, which he had Frankie help him a little bit with, and saying using the knowledge Usopp acquired over the time skip with a planet-based pop greens, Usopp combined this with weathery technology Nami provided him with, and designed a new Sorcery Climb Tack to be smaller and more compact than the previous models. Instead, it uses the Pop Green's growth abilities for the staff to extend and contract through the use of squeezing and releasing the handle. The improvement allows Nami to now be able to directly attack with a staff from a distance. Nami later teamed up with Big Mom's Thundercloud-based accomplice Zeus, eventually forcing him to be her servant, and is currently part of her arsenal, now living inside her Climb Tack. Though Zeus' body was later destroyed by his former master, his soul was able to survive and is now completely merged with the Climb Tack, improving its capabilities and giving it shape-changing abilities, such as transforming into a mace. It says, going on, Nami first appears in the manga chapter Nami, published in the weekly Shonen Jump magazine of September 22nd, 1997. And she basically appears as a thief who robs treasures from pirates, partners with Luffy and Zoro after joining forces to obtain a map of the Grand Line from the clown-like pirate buggy. As the crew defends the seafaring restaurant, Nami learns of the bounty on the Fishman pirate all along and departs with the crew's ship and accumulated treasure, intending to buy back her home village from the pirates' control, or from that Fishman pirate's control. So, yeah. And of course, you're probably wondering how you're getting all this information. I'm reading it off Wikipedia as I speak. But yeah, she is. She's one of those characters that when you learn about her, you find out about her and stuff, and you even give One Piece a chance, you could see why fans adore this character, why they love this character. and why, even to an extent, they want her and Luffy to be together, and all that. And there's many examples of that, through clips and scenes and all that in the anime, and I think even the manga that shows that. Now, she has made several appearances outside in other media, including One Piece licensed electronic video games, including Jump Superstars and Jump Ultimate Stars and ours. She also is featured in the Dragon Ball One Piece Naruto crossover game Battle Stadium Dawn. In addition to her game appearances, she's also been featured and mentioned in some songs. Music features Nami singing about herself, listening to music, or chasing her dreams. Between the Wind features Nami singing about weather and drawing sea charts. Now here's what's interesting. Netflix has a live-action adaptation coming, right? They have a live-action adaptation coming, and she will be portrayed by Emily Rudd. Emily Rudd will portray Nami in the series. Now, we don't know who else is going to be in it. We can assume that Nico Robin's going to be in there. We just don't know who's going to portray her and everything, so we'll have to see about that. But yeah, it's going to be it's going to be an interesting series and all that. But again, they've never had Netflix the best reputation when it comes to when it comes to doing these live action adaptations of animes and mangas. They've never had the best reputation, but they're going to try, I guess. They're going to try. But yeah, but obviously she's, like I said, very popular. She's, her reception has had her ranked. The reception she's gotten has gotten her ranked in the top 10 of all 3 Shonen Jump character popularity polls. People say her backstory can be looked at as touching as it unfolds with a lot of emotion. Active Anime mentioned Nami is one of the best characters from the series, as she's got guts, smarts, and can, heft a mean punch when needed. And also, it liked Nami's background and added that his itty bitty heart went out to her. This is Active Anime, and that was by Jared Pine. And also says Nami was ranked as number 28 in a survey conducted by New Type Japan for favorite anime heroine in 2002, and in the SPGA 2008, Nami was nominated in the category Best Female Character. So yes, her popularity is just, beyond question. There is no doubt about it. It is definitely beyond question that fans love this character and they want to see her succeed. They want to see, her achieve her goals, no matter how many adaptations and movies she's put in to go and through these adaptations of movies she has to go through, with the obstacles and everything to make that goal happen. Now, again, I know people are going to be a little bit questionable how she's portrayed in the live action series, because we know sometimes they like to, change things up a bit, try to stay true, but change things up a bit. We'll see what happens. I mean, honestly, if they're not going to do Nami, and Luffy together, in the anime and the manga, knowing how Netflix might work, they might do it there. And who knows, that might be the only good thing fans hope for. But we'll see. But yeah, she's very popular, very beloved, and can't say any more than, like I said earlier, anybody else has said about her. But let me know what your thoughts are on Nami, here on the 130th edition of the Animated Girls Profile Confidential. Like the video, super chats, super stickers are open and on during the live chat. Hopefully you've donated there, as well as super thanks afterwards, after the premiere is done. Also check me out at BW Rose's Discussions, all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora. Also check me out at Venmo at Brian-Romer-2, Cash App at BW Roses 98. Also check out the Teespring store Also, check me out at patreon.com/BWRoses for the $1 $3 tier. Also, check me out at VENMO at BWRoses for content you can't get anywhere else. And at DeviantArt at BVW1979. And until next time, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. And I will talk to y'all later. I got to get myself ready for work. And I am out.